Talking. Just talk where you are now. Sing. Don't get close to it. Talk, Sarah. Hi. Say hi. Mommy?
Say hi. Say hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
That's a girl.
This
Say Janie.
is Candy.
Say Rich.
Rich.
Say Baba, go night.
Baba.
Say tape recorder.
Cake.
Tape recorder.
Cake.
That's a girl. Say Daddy.
Daddy.
Oh.
This is a man.
Yeah.
And then she could be on the tape recorder when I was on there when I've been talking to this.
Yeah, both of you.
This is Rich.
Yeah.
Cat.
Touch it.
Hi.
Touch it.
Touch it.
Dress.
Dress. Mat. Flower. Feather.
Flower.
Feather. And dirty.
Dirty.
Say dirty.
Chain.
Say dirty.
You don't get close to it.
Dirty. Candy Day.
Where's Katie?
Katie.
Where'd Katie go?
This isn't one.
What?
This isn't one.
Oh. Okay, now we'll try it. Yeah, you can talk with it. Don't talk real close to it, though. Just talk normal.
Let me see.
That only goes to show.
Go on away from me.
Dirty and nasty, do it with the government.
Turn the radio down.
Or do it with a phone company so that nobody can afford to bust you and they'll never get another call. In a trial of another sort, the Senate Ethics Committee, who also have not created that much of a stir in recent history, will face up to charges of stalling.
That's how you turn it down. You just push it. Hi. Hair. Shirt. Sarah. Sarah talk. Her talk. Say nose. Say doggy. No, say it to the tape recorder. Doggy.
That's a good.
I want it. Dress.
Not so loud.
Car. Tape recorder. Daddy. John. Sarah. Jacob.
What'd you do this morning?
Mommy.
What'd you do this morning? When I was at work.
Played with my spaceships and with my Lego spaceships.
What else?
That's all I did.
What did you have for breakfast?
Eggs and bacon and juice. That's what you had for breakfast too, Daddy.
Yeah,
You had
that's
coffee.
right.
You had coffee.
Now I remember.
Debbie, Katie, friend, Billy, Daddy, sister, brother, Mommy,
That's
doggy.
You're just saying words. It just sounds stupid just to keep saying words over and over. talk like a boy. You say, Say, talk. Say something. Tell her the story. Tell it about the movie. Tell it about the movie.
Somebody was dead when the cop was coming. At somebody's house, a girl was dead.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, and he was looking for Moses Rowe, the cop, too. And his name was Hitman. And had him. And I'm getting it. Okay. Do good now.
Okay.
Do speaking it.
There.
What kind of story can I say?
Think of it yourself.
Once upon a time, a little bunny was hopping around all around his hole. Then he wanted to have his friend.
No, sir.
He wanted to find his friend and play with him. Then he was talking to his friend. They're doing. That's the end of the story. Play that thing in. What's that button for?
Don't fool with that. I'm going to take it away. Today is November 15th, 1978. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving on Highway 101, approaching Shell Beach on a extremely clear day. I just finished dropping off some fabric at Chet Becker's drapery shop in San Luis Obispo. I just came around a bend and here's the Pacific Ocean. Very, very clear, no fog at all.
San Luis Obispo.
The sun is so bright today I have to squint my eyes to see. But I'm not going to put on my sunglasses as much as I used to after learning that the wearing of sunglasses can prevent your body from receiving the normal radiation from the spectrum of light that the sun normally would give. And the scientists and people who have studied this have found that if you don't get the full spectrum of light from the sun, that it takes away strength. An example was given where a marathon runner who had always ran with his sunglasses on was asked to try the same route that he had done his record time in over. And so he did. He ran it without his sunglasses, and he beat his own time. And there were other examples to show that if you wear sunglasses, and the darker the sunglasses, the worse it is, they say. That it actually takes strength away from your body. And it's not a scientifically proven fact yet, but I think they're studying it now in scientifically controlled ways to determine the validity of some of these experimental tests. I'm passing Pismo Beach right now, in front of all these motels and hotels, beach access. They say property here is really high, which is no surprise to me. Lots of retired people live here, up from LA and all over California. The weather is so mild here all year round. It's an extremely desirable place to live. I'll have to change the radio station. FM signals don't quite reach through these rocks around here. Pick up a Santa Maria station, putting out the Eagles' Peaceful, Easy Feeling. Let me down. Grover City, Arroyo Grande, 5 cities area is supposed to be one of the most rapidly growing areas in California right now. Not so much tract developments, but a lot of spec and custom homes. And that's why business is pretty strong here. There's a lot of building going on. A lot of new people moving into the area. It remains to be seen how long it lasts around here. There's a lot of anti-growth forces, mainly in the San Luis Obispo area, where there is a college town consciousness, more of a liberal look at things. Just past the big yellow system semi. It's amazing how fast these trucks go today. They pass me more than I pass them. I don't drive slow. Well, I'm going to Santa Barbara today. I don't do a whole lot of business down there for the size of the town, but I'm getting some, so I have to take care of the accounts that are doing me some business. It's a nice town. It's a nice town to visit. It's the best thing in the town is the art museum. For a town that size, it's pretty nice, but of course it's mainly because of it's a very rich area, a lot of conservative people with lots of money. Well, that's what Santa Barbara has been all about since it started, and they have some really fine cultural they spend a lot of money on culture there, let's put it that way. They have a natural history museum that is one of the finest I've ever seen. It's on par with San Francisco's. And the only thing unusual about Santa Barbara is the nightlife is really different from most towns. It's a low-key dinner house atmosphere. Very little in the way of discos and contemporary ideas about entertainment. I'm sure it's a political thing with the city fathers putting the screws to letting people get permits to have this more contemporary type of nightclub. They want to keep the place very clean, quiet, and desirable for their tourist clientele, which I really don't blame them. Out by the college, there's more of a youth-oriented nightlife, but it's mainly college people, college cliques and so forth. There's also a bowling alley there that used to have entertainment. I'm not sure they do anymore, which would be more typical of a blue-collar nightclub. But it's an interesting town to visit. It's always hard to find a motel. The last time I was there, I found an old-fashioned motel, one built probably in the 30s or 40s, the old motor court type motel, and it's run by an old fellow, a great big guy who was heavy set, and it looks like he's got some kind of physical disability. Typical. Probably smokes 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and I'm sure he drinks his share of booze. But I discovered I like these older, more down-to-earth motels. I was in another one last night in San Luis Obispo, and I was knocked on the doorbell, and this woman answered. You couldn't tell if she was black or Mexican. I guess she was half. And the place had the smell that reminded me of many black people's homes that I'd been in when I worked for the curtain shop, when I used to call on a lot of black people in their homes for custom draperies. I don't care what they say about it. It's not a question of prejudice or anything like that. It's just that it's a certain smell that some of those homes had, and I brought it right back. It was the same smell. It wasn't a bad smell. It was just a peculiar smell. Yeah, hell of a nice woman, though. She gave me the most reasonable room that I had come across that night. I checked with 4 places, and hers was the most reasonable. It was an old motor court type motel too, off on the old highway, off the beaten path, called the Bluebell Motel. Well, before I finish this story, I'm going to have to change this tape. Well, no, I guess I've got a couple inches here. This motel had color television even, with an AM/FM radio built into the television, which is something I hadn't seen before in a motel. Very nice, clean room, good bed, good heater. The only problem with that one was that the old shower, the shower head came out about even with my lower back. When I was standing in the shower, I had to kneel down to wash my hair. So that was uncomfortable, but the rest of it, they even had a refrigerator and stove and kitchen sink in there. $14.84 a night. And new carpet, clean, everything was clean. As clean as any motel I've been in. And very quiet off the street. I'll go back there, I'm sure. Yeah, I was sure that she was part black when I woke up this morning and saw a fellow about 50 years old. He was almost jet black. Had to be her husband, and he looked like he was working on something around the place there.